Alright guys, Supreme Kami here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Atlas Gundam here. So as far as Atlas Gundam, this unit here does look pretty minimalistic. There's not like a whole lot of shebangs going on, except for, you can say, the side portions from the legs. Those are definitely like, what are those? Type of deal, right? So I believe this makes it into like, kind of like a wave rider form, like kind of like a surfing board, I think. Because you can actually connect the shield towards the side or the leg binders, so that's I don't think any of the EXQ functions as that. I don't think it transforms into that, but we'll definitely see. I actually have never really used any of the EXQ from the Atlas Gundam, so this is actually going to be my first time using it, so definitely quite excited for that. So we just happen to have 3 EXQ and all of them are melee based, so that's good to know. As far as, let's say, before Alteration, these are kind of like the scaling, the piercing and the power. So both of these are going to be minus right there, so B minuses. So we will definitely see how far they can push after Alteration. This one, definitely going to get a substantial buff after Alteration, because right now we are sitting at the power. So after Alteration, I'm expecting like a good old B plus power, so that should be hitting pretty hard. So this one debuff, so that's debuffing their defense, so that's good. That's for the last one. We have the shield bash, so this one is this one actually lowers their melee attack. That's pretty good. Right at the back, this one is looking like something that you can kind of nerf your opponent in a degree, so that's kind of good to note right there. So these are going to be the base stats. So we do have amphibious word to activate it, so that is going to be boosting my, I believe it's the beam resistant, and then so 10% beam resistant, and then 5% melee attack. So that's why you see the spread right there. So armor is actually looking pretty good. Defensive side are actually looking neck and neck right now. They're actually tied. So Alteration, let's see what's going on. Even before Alteration, the head part, the torso, or I think the torso is actually really good, because it is one of those freebie EXQ cooldown reduction for your P attribute. So another support right there. So Atlas Gundam, so I do have, oh, I forgot the, so do I not have this one? I do have it, I just have not. So I did not put this one, so kind of my fault there. How did I not feature on this one when I built the unit? Oh, that's right, because I picked either or. That's why I'm like I'm like pretty sure I upgraded a ranged weapon. Okay, so we have 2, so we'll see which one is better. I forgot about that one. That's definitely my bad. I didn't even remember the machine gun version of that. Okay, so head part looking really good right there. Defensive side really balanced out. So shot attack 9500, pretty good, I guess. Active vortex, you do have Federation and then amphibious, so you are looking like pretty decent. Not obviously not your main vortex, but it's definitely getting there. Wow. Okay, so they want to play that game, huh? So they really want you to take some substantial hit before you can gain any of these. So if they would have removed the let's say the HP restriction, this one would have been the best portrait for a warfare or a standard unit. But nope, they went ahead and even say let's actually roll that to 70%. Come on now. Oh, so this means this head portrait is actually just not gonna be good unless you start taking some hits, which I mean, like, it could be easy I guess, but come on, 70% and 80%, that's a little bit too harsh. But if you consistently take some damage, then do make sure when you guys are using EXQ, you don't use an EXQ that heals you, because you're getting that remove afterwards. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like the reciprocal is better, like the one that says you have to be above a certain threshold, because you can bring in some EXQ, can kind of get you back up there. But with these, you're pretty much stuck, right? If you consistently heal your EXQ, you're like, what am I supposed to do? So yeah, this one is not good. The training is good, but the condition is like, what? So this one, pretty good armor for a standard. Okay, so the spread is defensive is actually pretty good. We'll definitely like to see that. Melee is definitely looking a little bit promising right there, but the attacks are going to be the same, amphibious and then Federation, so not really going anywhere. This is like a tie, like it's not really going either or. more or less it's gonna be like a dual type build unit depending on the portrait. Okay. Amphibious getting that. That's like the designated portrait to use for that, I guess. So you have to activate that, unfortunately. But the first portion is definitely really good. You have that freebie 20% when you do max it out, so that's pretty good. Secondary trait could be I want to say redundant, but it just probably not something we need as much in a way, but just because we do have a lot of these, not restricted to, let's say, amphibious. I think this is probably one of the more vortex that you won't be using at all, right? So that's kind of unfortunate. So this one is kind of like a dud, but the first portrait is still really good. Stat wise should be arguable, right? Arm part, let's see what's going on. 10k would definitely love to see that for the arm or the melee attacks. Pretty good. As far as the defensive side, they are pretty balanced out. So that's that. So now we're gonna move over to high mobility and then amphibious. So EX skill wise, they both went up to B plus power. So that's definitely good to see. So this one is a steam rush or steam slash. So I think this one is pretty much an EX skill we might have seen before already. I just don't know yet, right? Because I really never used it before. So that's that. Moving over to the leg, let's see what's going on. Yeah, stat on this one is actually literally almost the same. Melee attack is slightly a little bit higher, but everything else is pretty much the same, essentially. So this one does go to B plus power, so obviously this is going to be hitting a little bit harder now. Same tag as the arm, so we do have high mobility, so okay, pretty good stuff right there. Oh wow, 11.9k. That's really good. I mean, like you're not getting any support. You don't have any melee defense and etc. So, they just went all out. 11.9. Take it or leave it. I guess this one could be good actually. You know what? I don't know. I would complain about this one, but it's only 20 seconds. This one could be a very sneaky good option. Not gonna lie, because this one is like a free. This one is a freebie again, because the only condition is at 20 seconds, right? But other than that, you're getting like a free all range as far as the EXQ cooldown. But you do have this portion, which is kind of like, kind of whatever. If you do have it on other slots. But this one is arguable. This one, if you take away that 20 seconds restriction, if you don't mind waiting for that 20 seconds, I'm pretty sure, I mean, like, maybe you finish a match in 20 seconds or less, but it's still not bad. You can definitely, I don't know, maybe run this in like a ally build, but ally build doesn't really need, I'm not gonna say it prioritizes the most out of these here, but I don't know, man. 20 seconds could be a very long time, but it could be a very short time, depending on like how your build is looking like, how fast you can take down the enemies and etc. But still pretty good. I'll definitely give credit to that, because you got the initial charge, then you have this one. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Right, so we do have the assault rifle. So the first trait is actually bad. The second tag is actually bad as well, or the trait. So yeah, I will not. That's why I didn't go for it, or at least the game didn't allow me to go for it. Did we take a look at this one? I don't think we did. So 13.3, that's pretty good. Federation and amphibious once again. So first trait is kind of like a dud, but the secondary trait is actually quite a redemption. You do have the all power or the all damage plus 40%. So that's always going to be good to see on a standard part like this. So that's pretty respectable, but probably still wouldn't be like the best investment, because the first trait is kind of like not really that great. But last but not least, we do have the Blade Shoe. So alright, so they actually went ahead and pumped it up with some offensive stat. Defensive stat is pretty good, 6k, almost at 7,000. So last, love to see that. So this one just bare minimum upgrade, so B plus power, just like we saw from the Army XQ. So overall I think it's pretty solid. I think the stat is definitely going to be speaking for itself. The portrait on the other hand could be a little bit iffy. Just because I don't really see things that really stands out. It's good, but at the same time, it's kind of like, is it really worth it? There's two things that's P attribute already, so I'm just not seeing this unit as like a longevity type part to be using all the time. Just because you always do want to see if you can kind of mix match stuff that you can use in either build, like should mix build, or let's say melee build, so you don't have to kind of duplicate what you're doing. But yeah, man, this one would be good. Like my gosh. But yeah, kind of sad, kind of let down maybe. Just because there's still stuff that you could be using but just can't use just because of how it's actually built. So I am going to be upgrading everything, alterate everything, and then I'll show you guys the stat, and then after that we can hop in and use those EXQ and see what is going on with them. Alright guys, so these are going to be the stats after alteration, so you guys can see that the armor now is, pretty much everything going to be higher, not just the armor. But I would definitely say the defensive side is actually quite relevant, or at least close to the offensive side. So that is quite good to see. But overall, in terms of all the parts right now, I don't really know what this one would be doing. Just because there's so many things that are, let's say, HP restricted, a lot of things are, let's say, time gated. So there's just not a whole lot of situation where I think this is gonna fit into. But I'm kind of looking at this at a standpoint where, oh, I can clear things really fast. But if you're still someone that's struggling to, let's say, kind of kill things really fast, or you're still struggling to maintain, let's say, a 100% HP, I think these are going to be some parts that you might find helpful to you guys, because I mean, like, you're taking a lot of damage, so why not try to benefit from these portraits where they do tend to want you to be taking a lot of damage. They tend to want you to kind of wait a little bit before using it. So I think that's pretty much how I'll see it. There's definitely something that are usable, like especially the initial charge. That's always going to be relevant. The what is it, the power attribute EXQ cooldown, those are always going to be relevant. But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. But up next, we are going to be trying out those EXQ. I did went ahead and put this on my 100% cooldown, or the melee version of the 100% cooldown winter type build. So this is pretty much what we're looking at. So we do have 20, 40, 60, and then where's the other remaining? We have another, wait, do I have a full 100? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Yep, right there. Okay, so 100% right there. It's actually 99 because I do have the squad version, so technically it will be a smidge slower, if you will. But other than that, I think this setup is definitely really solid. So we'll hop in now and try out those EXQ for the first time. Alright, so we are in. So what do I want to use first? Maybe just this one first, the Steam Slash. So this one is kind of boring. The Arm EXQ. No, I don't know how I feel about that. Wow, that's it. That's what we're getting. Oh wow, that's kind of sad. What about this one? Let's try this one. Oh, I think I think this EXQ is resemblant to the Justice one, the backboard EXQ, where you hop into the Falcon 01. I think it looks like that, right? If I recall. Oh, that's a really good dash in, but the animation view is really short on the ending part of it, I guess. It's like a one hit only, right? Yeah, it's pretty much one hit, or at least we killed him one hit, so I don't know. That seems to finish off the animation from the looks of things, so I don't know how I feel about this one. It's not bad. The range is still good, and we still. So I want to say there's at least 2 hits, right? You got the first part, and then there's also that kind of like a kick towards the end. So I want to assume 2 hits in total. So that's pretty good, I guess. What I want to try out now is, can we target multiple enemies? Nope, no, we cannot. Only one, but I know the shield bash probably can, right? Oh, it's one of these, huh? So I was expecting more. I don't know why. Maybe it's like a different shield, different image. So I was expecting more, but that's kind of sad. Let me finish these guys off. So I think, yeah, definitely try everything. No iframes on any one of them, unfortunately. And there is the range on this is, oh my gosh. Yeah, the range is actually just horrible. I can't believe I can't do this. Stop it. Are you kidding me? Come on now, don't do. Alright, I'm out. I think, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so these EXQ are not anything fantastic. They actually sucks. I guess. I mean, like they debuff, so that's good, but their overall animation is quite boring. So yeah, but other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it as for the Atlas Gundam review. The portrait definitely it's definitely not gonna be for everyone. It's you gotta be on that right situation to kind of activate them. So that's that. But other than that, EXP wise, they're not too good. So overall alteration could be debatable. So if you guys do not have the extra resources to alterate them, definitely do not do it just because it's not really like worth it in my opinion. But other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it, and then I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.